Hey y'all, I'm back with another video, and the focus of this video is going to be body recomposition. So I have compiled a bunch of clips of different ladies showing their transformations they've had with incorporating body recomp into their fitness routine. And for those that are unaware, body recomposition is essentially the process of losing fat while building muscle simultaneously. So unlike traditional weight loss plans where your sole focus is just on fat loss and losing weight overall, when you're going through body recomp, you're focusing on changing your body's actual composition and reducing the fat mass and increasing the lean muscle mass in your body, right? So essentially reshaping your figure to be more flattering. So the scale may not move that much, and it actually in some cases may even go up a bit, but you're going to look and feel smaller and leaner. So that's the overall gist of it. I've compiled a bunch of clips of influencers also describing their experience with body recomp as well. So let's get into that next, and then I'm going to come back with some more comments.
There are 3 things I wish I knew before starting the gym to achieve body recomposition. So save this because I think it's going to be helpful for you too. Body recomposition is the process of losing fat and building muscle at the same time. We're going to talk about that in another video. But first off, you do not need to be lifting heavy weights to see results. I can't stand lifting heavy weights. And I saw some of my best results when I was training for High Rocks, which is all about endurance and doing higher reps. You can fatigue your muscles and still build muscle by changing the intensity, and that doesn't just have to be through weight. Next up, you need to stop skipping your cardio. I know you hear this all the time, but if you want to build muscle and lose fat all at the same time, you need to be doing your cardio. Things like running are going to help strengthen the muscles in your legs. It's also going to work on your lungs and your overall health, and you're going to see much better results when you add your cardio. But it doesn't have to be anything intense. You could literally just go for a walk every single day. And last but not least, the simpler the workout plan, the better the results. This is because we get the most results by repeating something, by being consistent. So if you're constantly changing your workouts, constantly changing the movements that you're doing, you are not going to see good enough results because you're not allowing your muscles to grow and develop in that movement. So all of the influencers that you see posting 1,000 different things, I promise their actual workout plans are probably very boring because they do the same thing over and over and over. But how you're going to see progress is because we're going to change the weights, we're going to progressive overload, we're going to add intensity, and that is where the results come from. But don't worry, I've got so many more tips for you. So make sure to give me a follow and come back for part 2 because I post stuff like this every day, workouts and inspiration to help you in your fitness journey. I'll see you in my next video.
Okay, I love how she perfectly summarized what body recomposition entails and how it doesn't have to be this rigorous routine or overly complicated thing, and how if you look at the top influencers and you were to legit watch their workout routine from end to end, it would be pretty straightforward and not too many frills, because once you get into the groove of it and once you become pretty active gym goer, you do fall into a set routine that is not overly complicated. The key is consistency. And I like how she also stressed the cardio bit, because I feel like a lot of times when people get into strength training, weightlifting, they enjoy it so much that they either avoid cardio because they find it to be boring or tedious, or they just kind of feel like just doing strength alone can make up for it. But if you truly want to see major changes in your overall physique, as far as like from a shaping point of view, and actually change your body's composition significantly, you have to have balance. So you have to have a balance of cardio and strength training. And even for myself, I remember I went through a period where I was like totally avoiding cardio altogether, or maybe doing like at the most maybe 5 or 10 minutes for like a warm up, and that was it, and just focusing on lifting majority of the time. And it did start to feel a bit bulky or blocky in the waist, and I didn't like how my physique was changing. Basically, I didn't like how it was going. I also felt like my conditioning was significantly lowered, and I was getting winded doing things that shouldn't be tiring, like walking up the stairs. And that's when I realized, like, okay, I have to incorporate the cardio to keep my heart healthy and to help me actually maintain some level of endurance and conditioning. So definitely think that's super important. She definitely laid it all out. Now, next I want to get into opinions from 2 different fitness influencers about the benefits of body recomposition. So let's take a look at what they have to say, and then I'm going to come back with more commentary.
I hate to break it to you, but you don't want to lose weight. Losing weight is possibly the worst thing that you could do. Please, before you jump Let me tell you why. So when you lose weight, right, you're doing two things. You're losing fat, but guess what? You're also losing muscle along that process, because muscle is also weight, right? Losing muscle is possibly the worst thing that you could do, and here is why. The more muscle you have, the higher your maintenance calories are. And the reason for this is because muscle needs to be fed in order to be kept. Muscle needs to be what? Fed in order to be kept. So when you're losing the muscle, your maintenance calories tank because there is no longer any muscle to be fed. And this is where body recompositioning comes in. And body recompositioning is focused on losing fat and either building more muscle or maintaining muscle. And girlies, don't mistake this for me telling you I need you to become the Hulk. I'm not saying that. You pick and choose where you want to build the muscle, right? But the more muscle you build, the higher your maintenance calories are. The higher percentage of muscle is, the higher your maintenance calories are. And this is literally revolutionary, because in the process of you losing fat, you are also building muscle. And as you're building muscle, your maintenance calories are going up, which means that when you get to that point of I'm toned, I'm in shape, my stomach is flat, etc., etc., your maintenance calories are up because you actually have muscle. And if your maintenance calories are up because you actually have muscle, guess what? You can enjoy a little cheeky cocktail, you can enjoy that bottomless brunch and not feel like you're going to get big again, because your maintenance calories are higher. And honestly, who doesn't want that? And if I haven't convinced you in this time that you need to body recomposition or lose weight, then I don't know.
Body recomp is a very popular concept because it's essentially what we all want to do, right? We all want to build muscle and lose fat at the same time. But if you're not a complete beginner, I personally don't really like it as a goal, and I'll explain why. So if you're a complete beginner, the first 6 months to a year or even year and a half of lifting, that's when recomp is going to be the most effective, because your body is not used to the stimulus. You go from basically 0 to 100, not doing any structured exercise, to lifting 2, 3, 4 times a week and tracking your food. You're definitely going to be able to build muscle and lose fat at the same time. But then after doing that for a year and some change, your body will start to adapt and you will hit a plateau. So you can either go ahead and stay at maintenance or stay close to maintenance and continue to try to recomp, which definitely is possible. It's just so damn slow. And if you don't mind just taking another year or two, taking it slow to see the recomp progress, you definitely can continue to just eat at your maintenance and continue to try to recomp. But personally, I would rather just go ahead and hone in on one goal. As far as if I want to lean out some more or want to put on some more muscle, I would go with one of those goals, a cut or a bulk, versus trying to do a recomp, because it's just more efficient to me, in my opinion. After you finish your cut and your bulk and you've assessed where you are with your body now, if you're happy with it and you want to stay at maintenance, or if you want to put on some more muscle or lean out a little bit more, you can assess then. But for me personally, I don't have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 years to recomp. Okay, just give me a cut or a bulk and let's do it.
Okay, so that was what both ladies had to say, and I think both had valid points. The only critique I have is for the first woman who spoke about how overall weight loss is not the goal and you don't need to lose weight. Because, okay, technically, if you are focusing solely on body recomp, you shouldn't be too focused on the numbers on the scale, just more so your overall measurements. However, and I think this is what a lot of people get twisted, especially when they are newer to working out and they're just randomly following influencers. If you are in fact overweight or bordering on obese, weight loss absolutely needs to be your overall goal. And this is what I mean when I say body recomp is for a specific set of people. As noted in the beginning of the video, it's not for someone that is overweight or obese, that is, pre-diabetic, whose doctor has instructed them like, hey, you have to lose weight. If your overall body fat percentage has reached unhealthy levels that are impacting your day-to-day functioning, your main focus needs to be cardio. It needs to be weight loss, some strength here and there as well. But overall, like just eating in a calorie deficit, reduced consumption, healthier habits, cardio is going to be your best friend. If you need to lose 100 to 200 pounds, body recomp, in my opinion, is the last thing you need to be focused on, because it's just going to set you up for failure as a novice that's new to even moving your body. That concept is going to be confusing. And I think when your health is on the line, the more straightforward the weight loss plan, the better. So on that note, I do agree more so with what the second girl had to say. to me, body recomp is more suited for beginners who are new to the gym, but still within like a 10 to 20 pounds of their overall weight loss goal or their muscle growth goals. It's great for someone that is like on the slimmer side that wants to add a bit of mass or shape to their body, or a girl that's more mid-range body type that wants to tighten and tone their overall physique. It's great for that. But y'all, that's just my thoughts on it. Definitely let me know what you all think. If body recomp is something you incorporate into your overall fitness routine, definitely let me know. Or maybe if you're more like the other girl where you focus on just phases individually, like alternating between periods of bulking and then periods of cutting, definitely let me know how you all kind of organize your routine. I'm definitely really curious about that. And I have more transformation type videos to come and more commentary on just all the new developments in the fitness world. So stay tuned.